interchange of voice. Interchange of voice means there are two types of voices, active voice and passive voice. Active voice and passive voice. Okay. Now in this active voice and passive voice, first we will study about some changes in pronouns. Some changes in pronouns. See this. First, we write here pronouns. Pronouns, and after by there changes. Pronouns changes after by. After by. That is, we say accusative of pronouns. Accusative of pronouns. Now first one, I. Pronoun I changes to me, means by me. By me. Did you get it? Then we changes to us. Then you remains you, unchanged. Then they changes to them. He changes to him. She changes to her. And it remains unchanged. Means these are some pronouns. After by means they are accusative, me, us, you, them, him, her, it. Did you get it? This is about pronouns. Now first of all, what is voice? What is voice? Voice is that form of a finite verb. Finite verb means what? Finite verb means that it changes according to tense, according to numbers, etc. So that is, we say, finite verb. Did you get it? Voice is that form of a finite verb which shows whether the action is done by the subject or the action is being done to the subject. That is, we say, voice. That is, we say, voice. What is voice? Voice is that form of a finite verb which shows whether the action is done by the subject or the action is being done to the subject. That is, we say, voice. Okay. Now I will tell you two types of voices, active and passive. Okay. Now which is the active voice? See here, one example I will take here. The cat. The cat drinks milk. The cat drinks milk. Here, this is active voice. This is active voice. Why? Because this cat is the subject. The cat is the subject, and this subject is performing action. Performing action of drinking milk. Drinking milk. Did you get it? Therefore, this is called active voice. Did you get it? So this is, we say, active voice because the subject, the cat, is performing action of drinking milk. Therefore, this is, we say, active voice. Means when the subject does an action, when the subject does an action or is the doer Doer, the cat, or is the doer of an action. Doer of an action. This cat is the doer of an action. Did you get it? The verb denoting that action is said to be in the active voice. Now, so this is we say active voice. Now, say this. This is our sentence in active voice. We convert this same sentence into passive voice. See this. Milk is. This is present tense, simple present tense. Milk is drunk. Past participle of drink. Past participle drunk. Milk is drunk by the cat. Did you get it? Now this is our passive voice. Why do we say this is passive voice? Listen to me carefully. When the verb denotes an action, here verb denotes an action that is received by the subject, original subject, the cat. Did you get it? Now, when the verb denotes an action that is received by the subject, then the verb is said to be in the passive voice. In the passive voice. This is about the active voice and passive voice and about voice. Did you get it? Now, after this, I will show you different rules regarding about this interchange of voice. Means we will change statements of 8 tenses. Statements of 8 tenses into active to passive. Active to passive. For that, I will give you one rule, but that one rule or that single rule we convert into many rules. 8 rules. We will convert them into 8 rules. I will show you here within few minutes. Now, first type of sentence, those are we say statements. Statements means interchange of voice of statements, or we say declarative sentences, or we say assertive sentences. Statements, assertive sentences, or declarative sentences. In these sentences, we will study about 8 tense, interchange of voice of 8 tenses. Okay, see this. First tense, simple present tense. Simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense we also say to this. Okay. Now, when the sentence is in active voice, and the tense is simple present tense, then that active voice we convert to passive. Then what is the rule? See this rule. Object first, then am or is or are, then past participle participle of verb, that is we say PP, past participle of verb. Then we write here by plus accusative of pronoun. Accusative of pronoun. This is rule. This is our rule of passive voice. Passive voice. Active voice to passive voice. When sentence of simple present tense. Simple present tense in active voice, then we convert that active voice into passive with the help of this rule, simple rule. Now see example. First example, see here, first example, the cat drinks milk. This is simple present tense, drinks. Now here we convert this active voice. This is in active voice. This cat is performing action. Okay, so this is active voice. Now see this, the cat, this is our subject, this is our main verb, and this is our object. This is our milk. Milk is object. So object first means this object becomes subject. Object becomes subject. Did you get it? Object first. Then am is are, instead of this milk, milk is. Milk is. Then past participle of verb. Which is verb? Drink. Drinks is the verb. And base form of it, drink. So past participle, milk is drunk. Then past participle, then what is? Followed by. After that, accusative of pronoun. Here absent, pronoun is absent. The cat here. So milk is drunk by the cat. Did you get it? This is our passive voice. This is our passive voice. Did you get it? Then we take next example. See this. Active voice. Active voice. My sister iron. My sister iron all the clothes. My sister irons all the clothes. We want simple present tense. So irons. Passive voice. See this. My sister subject irons verb and all the clothes object. Did you get it? So all the clothes. So we take are ironed by my sister. Did you get it? Then next one. We draw here star. active voice. Next one, that is Tom writes poetry. Poetry. Then Tom is subject, verb, and object. So passive voice. What is we start with poetry. Poetry is, then past participle of verb, written, then by Tom. Suppose if additional words are present in the sentence, then we adjust them. We adjust them past participle, after past participle, or at the subject, end of this subject, or end of accusative of pronoun. Did you get it? For that, I will give you one example. Active voice. She cooks food for all family. Okay. Then passive voice. See this. She subject cooks food object. This is important sentence. She cooks food. Now this is additional. These are additional words or additional sentence. Did you get it? Now subject, verb, object. We write first object, then Ami's are food, is past participle of verb, cook, cook for all family. I had told no previously, after PP or finally at the end. Did you get it? Food is cooked for all family by, she becomes her. This is accusative of she. Did you get it? Second, tense. Present continuous. Continuous tense or present progressive tense. Present continuous or progressive tense. Now, rule for this. See here carefully. Rule for this. First, what is object? First we write object. Same this. Only change is here. Only change is here in auxiliary verb. Okay. We write is being or are being. This is only change in this rule. Only change is here at auxiliary verb, is being or are being. This is for plural. This is for singular. When our subject is singular, then we write is being, and plural, then we write are being. Okay. Now I will tell you examples. See your first example. That is, he is writing a poem. He is writing a poem. This is writing continuous tense, which present continuous tense. Okay. Now here he is a subject, auxiliary, main verb, and a poem is object. A poem is then object first, passive voice. Object first. What is a poem? Only one poem, singular. So we write is being. A poem is being. Past participle of write. What is being written, then by, followed by, and he becomes him. Did you get it? Then second, Judy is washing. Judy is washing the dishes. The dishes. Okay. Now passive voice. See here, Judy subject is auxiliary verb. Washing verb. The dishes. So we begin with object. The dishes. Dishes, many, plural. Then are being. Okay. Then past participle of verb. Wash. Then by, and Judy, because this is noun, proper noun. This is not pronoun. So write as it is. Did you get it? Then next one. The carpenter, the carpenter is sawing a plank. A plank. Now we convert to passive. The carpenter, subject, is sawing, verb, a plank, object first, a plank. Only one, singular, is being. Then past participle of this verb, sawing. What is saw? Then by. Then here the carpenter, common noun. So we write by the carpenter. Did you get it? Then fourth, they are cleaning. They are cleaning their bikes. Okay. Then passive voice. They, subject. This is pronoun. Subject. Auxiliary. Main verb. Their bikes. So we begin with their bikes. Plural are being, then past participle cleaned, then by them. See this. We write here being. We write here being because originally in our active voice there is present participle. Present participle means suffix ing. Suffix ing we cancel here. See this. Washed, no, or written, washed, sewed, cleaned. We eliminate that from our main verb. Did you get it? So we write here that suffix ing to be. Being, is being, are being, like that. Did you get it? Very, very simple ideas. This rule is very, very important. For all tenses, we change here only, remaining everywhere unchanged. Object, PP, by, accusative of pronoun. That remains the same, unchanged. Did you get it? Third, present perfect tense. Now, present perfect tense, that is in statement, that is statement or declarative or assertive sentence, then that is, we say, when that is in active voice, then that active voice we convert into passive voice. Then for passive voice rule, object first, that object becomes here subject. Did you get it? Then has been plus has been or have been. Has been singular when here our subject means that object is singular, then we use has been, and plural we use have been. Then past participle of verb, suppose give, here series, present perfect tense, then here directly past participle. But suppose when give, present tense, simple present tense, then give, then that becomes gave, then given and giving. Did you get it? Now here we take, then after that by, and then accusative of pronoun means I becomes me, he becomes him, like that. Did you get it? She becomes her, we becomes us, then they becomes them, it remains it means unchanged, and you remains unchanged means remains you. Did you get it? Now we take example. Suppose we have here plural, so have, we have taken a new car. We have taken a new car. This is active voice. Then its passive voice here. We, subject, have auxiliary verb. This is main verb and this is our object. Now this object becomes here subject. So we have written here object first, What is here? A new car. Now here a new car singular. So we use has been. Did you get it? A new car has been. Now after that PP past participle of verb. What is the verb? Main verb taken. That means taken. Because past participle we want. A new car has been taken. Then we write here by and then accusative of noun. Then we becomes us. Did you get it? Then next, I have written poems. I have written poems. Now here I subject have model. This is auxiliary verb. Then this is past participle. Here, see this written. No, then that is main verb. We say, and this is object. Object now becomes subject. Object first. Poems. Now plural. Poems. So we write here have been. Then past participle of verb already past participle. Poems have been written then by, and this I becomes accusative of I is me. Poems have been written by me. If additional words are in your sentences, then put them in between these two, past participle and by, or write them finally after accusative. Did you get it? Then next one we take he has paid the bill. He has paid the bill. Okay. Now here he subject has auxiliary verb, paid main verb, and the bill object. So first we write object the bill. This is singular. The bill has been. Then PP past participle of verb has been paid remains as it is paid by he becomes him. Did you get it? Right. Now see this simple past tense. When we convert statements of simple past tense into passive voice, active to passive, then rule. See this object here, object. Then we change only auxiliary verbs. Okay. Then we write here was singular, then was, and plural we write were. Okay. Only change is here at auxiliary verbs. Did you get it? Now first example. He sold bananas. Okay, he sold bananas. Then here, this is active voice. Active voice in simple past tense. He, subject, then this is men, verb, and bananas, object. Object. Then we begin our passive voice with this object. Object becomes subject. Bananas. Bananas, plural. Then we write here bananas were. Did you get it? Bananas were, then past participle of verb. What is sold? Then we put here by, and finally accusative of pronoun. What is here? Him. Did you get it? Then bananas were sold by him. Then active voice. Example number 2. We write she gave notebooks to needy students. Did you get it? She gave notebooks. This is important sentence. She gave notebooks to needy students. Then she is the subject, main verb. Then this is object, and that is remaining part of the sentence. Now when we make passive voice of this, then subject, verb, object. Object always first. Notebooks. Notebooks. Plural. So we write here were. Notebooks were. Then what is past participle of verb? What is here? Given. Were given to the needy students. To needy students. Then we use by, and then accusative of pronoun. By her. Did you get it? Then another active voice. Example number 3. They we write it here sold, gave, na? They played cricket with their friends. With their friends. Now here they played cricket, and this is additional or extra words or part of the sentence. Then passive voice of this. They played cricket. So cricket. Now cricket singular. Cricket was. Then past participle of verb. Played remains played. Played. Cricket was played with their friends by. After that, by we write, and then accusative of they. What is them? Write this. Fifth, past progressive tense, active to passive of this tense. Then object first. Now this is past progressive. So we write here singular. Object singular. Then was being, and plural were being. Remaining same. Every time change here according to tense. According to tense. See here active voice. Example number first. Soham was. Soham was teaching English grammar. Did you get it? Soham was teaching, past progressive, okay, English grammar. Then passive voice. Soham subject, was auxiliary verb, teaching main verb, English grammar our object. So English grammar singular was being, then teaching here, but base verb, base form of verb, that is we say teach. No, then past participle of teach, was being taught. Did you get it? Taught by. Now here, this is not pronoun. This is noun. This is proper noun. So that remains unchanged by. Did you get it? Then next, active voice. Example number 2. She was bringing vegetables. She was bringing vegetables. Now passive voice of this. Dada. Dada. Vegetables. Not vegetable. Vegetables. Were being, plural, were being. Very good. Vegetables were being. Then past participle of verb. Bring, past form, bring. Brought. Then by. This is pronoun. Then becomes accusative. Okay. Then active voice. Example number 3. They were they were uh, cooking food for us. They were cooking food for us. Then passive voice. Passive voice. See here. They, subject, verb, auxiliary verb, cooking, and verb, food. That is object. So first we write here object. Food. Food singular. Food was being cook. This is of verb. Cook becomes past participle. Cooked. Food was being cooked for us right here, or finally see this way. Food was being cooked by them for us. Also you can write this way also. Food was being cooked by them for us. Did you get it? Or right here, for us by them, or this way also. Sixth, past perfect tense, interchange of voice. Now, here, when we make rule for passive voice, then object becomes subject. Okay, past perfect. So only one auxiliary verb. What is had been? Did you get it? Past perfect. Object plus had been, and remaining everything that will remain same. That past participle by and accusative of pronoun. Okay. Now active voice. Example number first. See this? Sai had paid the bill. Sai had paid the bill. Past perfect tense. Now this is active. We make or convert into passive. Sai subject, had auxiliary verb, paid main verb, the bill object. We start with object, the bill. Here only one auxiliary verb, had been, means singular, plural, right here, had been. The bill had been, what is, paid. That is our past participle of verb. Then by. Then sai is proper noun. So remains same. Sai. Did you get it? Then next one. Active voice. Example number 2. I had filled the tub. Okay, fill the tub. Now here passive voice of this? Tell me, The, very good. The tub had been. Dada. Ah, very good. The tub had been. What is? Filled by. What is? Me. Accusative of I. That is me. Did you get it? Active voice. Example number 3. The pilot. The pilot had flown the aircraft. Okay. Passive voice. Did he? The aircraft. Dada. Had been. Very good. Had been. Then past participle of verb. Did he? Very good. Been. Had been flown by the pilot. The pilot. If anything missing in spelling or anything else, then tell me immediately. Active voice. Number 4. Space is less. So I will write she had bought a new Creta. No? Passive voice. Subject, auxiliary, main, and object. Dada. A new Creta. Very good. Had been. Had been. Then what is? Did he? Bought. Bought. By. Accusative of. Accusative of she is her. 7th tense, simple future tense. Now this simple future tense, when we active voice convert into passive, then object, singular object will be, and plural, shall be. When see here, object I and we, object I and we, then use shall be, and for remaining others use will be. For I and we, then use shall. But nowadays in spoken English, will is used everywhere. I will, we will, everywhere. will, that is used. So you write will everywhere, but generally when we study something, we are students, then use shall for I and we. Did you get it? When I and we are our subjects, then use shall. Did you get it? And will for remaining other subjects. For example, first we take here active voice example. He will pay the bill. Simple sentence. Then passive voice of this. He subject, will auxiliary verb, pay main verb, or we say only verb, and the bill our object. We take object first. The bill will be paid by him. Did you get it? Then next, active voice. I shall bring apples. I shall bring apples. Passive voice. What is apples will be? Here I shall, but here apples. Did you get it? Apples will be brought by me. Then active voice. समर्थ will buy a new Honda City. Okay, then passive voice. A new Honda City will be bought by Samarth. Then active voice example number 4. Roshan will spend a month in US, United States. Okay, passive voice. What is? Roshan will spend a month and remaining in US, that is extra. Okay, A month will be spent. Past participle. Spent. Did you get it? A month will be spent in US by Roshan. Did you get it? Right. 8. Future perfect tense. Rule. Only change here will have been, shall have been. Remaining same. Now first example. The manager will have sign the report. Okay, then passive voice. See here, the manager, subject, auxiliary, will have auxiliary verb, signed main verb, the report, object. Therefore, we start with the report. Then will have been, shall have been, will have been. When here I or we, then we write here shall. Did you get it? Then the report will have been, what is? Signed by the manager. Okay, then second, active voice. My friend will have filled in. Filled in is our verb. Filled in the form. Okay, then passive voice. Tell me passive voice. The form, not from. The form. Very good. The form will have been. Then what is next? Filled in. Filled in. Did you get it? Then what is? By. Then my friend. The next one, active voice number 3. Ishan will have cleaned his cupboard. Okay, cupboard. Then passive voice. Who will tell? Now his, Ishant For Ishant here, his. So in the beginning we write, tell me, Ishant's cupboard. Next, will have been cleaned by him. Now second type of sentences, imperative sentences or commands. Now sentences of this means active voice of these sentences, when we convert into passive, then rule. See here, rule. First, suppose I will write here one example. Suppose change the voice. Change the voice. This is active voice. This is sentence of active voice. Change the voice. Now, imperative or commands begin with main verb. Main verb. Change the voice, stop the car, pull the rope, push the door, no, show me your answers. This way, these sentences are called imperative or commands. See this. Now, this active voice we convert into passive voice, then rule. See this rule here. Rule that let. First we write let. When sentences of imperative or commands, then passive voice becomes with let. Then see this, let. This object we write after let. Let the voice, very simple rule, then be. Let the voice be. Past participle of verb. Did you get it? This is our rule, simple rule. Now see this. Passive voice. What is? Let the voice be changed. Then second, stop the car. Then passive. Let the car be stopped. Then third, active voice. Push the door. Passive voice. Let the door be pushed. Then active voice. Pull the rope. Passive voice. Let the rope be pulled. Then active voice. Show me your tickets. Show me your tickets. Passive voice. Let your tickets. Then what is? Let your tickets be shown to me. Did you get it?